aka Mommafriendly, and I do all sorts of videos on my channel, from cooking videos to planner videos, vlogs, hauls, homeschool videos with a Disney twist, a little bit of everything. So if any of that sounds like fun to you, I hope that you'll subscribe and join me on my YouTube adventure. Today's video is a collab. It is a monthly series hosted by my friend Melissa at I'm Merely Melissa. I'm gonna have Melissa's channel linked in the description box, along with a link to the playlist for this month, so you can see what all of my friends put together as well. Now this collab is called Clutter Free in 2023. Now if you've been following me on Instagram or even in my daily vlogs on this channel, you'd have seen that since November 27th, 2022, I've been embarking on my own sort of decluttering journey. Completely by happenstance, I realized on November 27th that if I started counting that day, there were 400 days between then and the end of 2023. So I thought to myself, if I commit to throw out one thing a day, starting now, November 27th of 2022, then I will have gotten rid of at least 400 things by 2024. And so the hashtag 400 by 2024 was born. There's a few people already in on the challenge where they're just posting every day what they've gotten rid of, and I could be better about posting it on Instagram. I'm better about posting it in my daily vlogs, but regardless, I would love for you to join us. So when Melissa told me that she came up with this series idea for YouTube, I thought this is perfect. I can put together a compilation and show you guys what I'm throwing out every day, so that I'm giving you guys a month-to-month check-in, not only so you can see what all I'm getting out of my house in 2023, but also kind of to help hold me accountable. So with that being said, let me show you what I got rid of in this past month. I feel like the stacks of stickers to toss never end. To be fair, the fact that I had these extra stickers actually just super came in handy because I was missing some for the planner video I just recorded, and I was able to take from here. So having extra stickers around isn't always a bad thing, but I feel like the quantity that I've thrown out in the last few weeks alone, it's just absurd. So I'm gonna go ahead and toss these. Thank you for your service, throwing them out. Potentially I will regret this. I mean, anything is possible, but the manual here for our dryer is all moist and warped and gross, and it's taking up space in all places in my desk for some reason. So hopefully we don't need this, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out. This is gonna be the thing I declutter today. The papers on my desk are the gift that keep on giving, and there's still so many more than this that I still have to go through, but these are for the most part old stickers. And then also tossed in here is like lab requisition forms, like lab work I needed to have done in April of last year, which I did get all that stuff done, so I'm not sure why I still have the documents here. But yeah, it's just a ton of papers that are gonna end up in the trash instead of taking up space on my desk. So this is the thing that gets decluttered today. This, had to double check, this 4th day of February. Today's decluttering is literal trash. Like you can see down here, I've got paper clips. Maybe you can't because it's out of focus. There we go. But I had actual just garbage strewn about my desk. And so I picked it all up now finally, and it's going away. So decluttering at the most base definition of the word. Today's decluttering thing is this box. You guys remember the Girl Gotta Change planner? I reviewed it on my channel a couple months ago. I still have the box. Why? Why? I don't know. IDK, guys. Since I don't know, since you don't know, there's no reason for it to be here. It's getting thrown out. Today's decluttering item, I have this box. It's open up here because I wanted to check that the inside was wrapped, and it is. But I guess for all purposes, this unopened box of hair chalk. So it's a temporary hair color. I don't even know how many years I've had this because I've been just dyeing my hair blue, and now more recently neon pink, since 2016. So I've had this since before then, but I've never used it. So I'm gonna get rid of it. I offered it to my sister to see if my nephews could use it for any sort of like themed dress up days at school. And my mom says that if she won't take it, or if my sister won't take it, then she will. One way or the other though, it's getting out of my house finally. Here's today's decluttering item of the day. It's a mini planner, but it's from 2022 and I never used it. It actually came for free with another planner. So I had no need for it or intention of using it ever because it was free. But now I really don't have an opportunity. Like, even if I wanted to use it, I can't because it's from last year. So trash it is. Why is my house full of these things? Yet another like rubber outer, I don't know, case, I suppose. It's part of an OtterBox case for an iPad. I know we've had tons of iPads over the years and tons of OtterBox cases because they're the best, but I keep finding these outer bits all over the place. And obviously it's not attached to anything right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that I probably don't need this. So we're gonna toss this today. How fun is this? I was just looking through my son's closet for something completely unrelated, and I found an entire bag of pajamas that he's outgrown that I completely forgot about. And for whatever reason, I said, oh, these don't fit him anymore. I should put them in his closet. So since they're pretty much already separated and ready to go, I'll go ahead and count it as one item, even though it's several pairs of pajamas, several sets. But I'm gonna see my sister this weekend, so I'm gonna take them over to her, see if she wants them. If she doesn't, then I guess they're getting donated. But there's a whole bag of things that are gonna leave my house today. All right, friends, so I'm throwing out a bunch of stuff today. Reorganized my son's therapy table, and I even created a little basket of fidgets for him. So it's got some beeswax that he can mold. It's got one of these little shaker guys, loads and loads of poppets, like literally about 15 of them in here. I didn't even realize we owned this many. We've got a fidget spinner, of course, with poppets on it. Some of these noisy tubes that he loves so much. And I'm gonna throw some chewies in here as well. But I wanted to show you one of the many things I'm throwing out today. My mom got him this Halloween Minnie Mouse for Halloween, as you can imagine. But she's been maimed. Minnie is his favorite, which is why I hadn't wanted to throw it out. But the paint's chipping off it and everything already. And I'm pretty sure my mom got this at the Dollar Tree, so I guess when they come back in season, we'll just replace them. For all we know, they have Easter versions or Valentine's Day versions out right now. But yeah, this one, I think it's safe to say it's seen better days, and we're gonna go ahead and throw her out today. This is probably a silly thing because it's such a small thing, but I think it's okay considering I threw out a literal bag of stuff yesterday. When we went to the dentist, they always give my son a little token so that he can get himself a prize on the way out, and he always gets a bouncy ball. And this time he insisted on this little like gummy squid looking thing, and we kept telling him, I don't know if you're gonna like that. Are you sure you don't want the ball? He insisted. Turns out he thinks this is awful. So there's no point in keeping it. He's never gonna play with it. I'm throwing this out. Alright friends, for today's decluttering, I have nothing less than a cornucopia of things that I found on my desk. I feel I don't have a very large desk, but I feel like somehow, if I look hard enough, I'm always gonna find something on it, around it, in it that needs decluttering. So I've got a little bit, tiny stack of papers here that's kind of like, well, for example, a calendar. The month's no longer around, so I'm not gonna get around to using it. And then here I have the backing, I suppose, of the stickers I made for my coffee jars. The first one says coffee and the second one says decaf. Not going to use the backing, so I'm throwing it out. And lastly, a broken birthday candle and birthday candle packaging, which I'm sure everybody has on their desk, right? No? Just me? Okay. Keep finding random bits of toys that like used to be whole sets but are not super functional now. I just dropped one because they're missing so many pieces that it's like it's not even a set anymore. So this used to be a magnetic like dress up puzzle, and then this flower, I don't even know where it came from. I'm assuming it's from like a spring or Easter themed magnet set we used to have on our fridge at the old house. But I just found, keep dropping them, this pile of magnets, and there's not enough of them to really like make up a play set, so I'm just gonna toss them today. Alright pals, it pains me, but this is gonna have to be the thing that I declutter today. It's a 100-piece puzzle. It's a Mickey Mouse and Friends puzzle that my son loves very much. But as you can see, there's 2 pieces missing. We've looked all over, and we have no idea where they could possibly be. Knowing my son, there's a chance they're in the car. There's a chance that one or both of them were left behind at my parents' house or something. Point is, the puzzle cannot be completed. And he was distraught. I'm not using that word lightly. Distraught yesterday when he realized that he could not finish the puzzle. So, as much as I know that he will miss having the puzzle around, it's not worth the drama of keeping it with the pieces missing. So I'm gonna go ahead and toss the whole thing. Not the tray, obviously, but puzzle box out of here. Typically, I don't post foot content on this channel, but I think it's safe to say this sock and its mate are probably gonna be the thing that gets decluttered today, huh? The random toys and things continue. I just found, what is this, 4 flashcards of my son's? They came in a set that was much larger than this. I don't know where the rest of them are, but these are all words that he knows and he can spell and etc. So like there's no need for these. I'm just gonna throw them out. Here's a fun one. I discovered today that we have not 1 but 2 felt Christmas tree kits. Guess when was the last time we put together a felt Christmas tree? Probably 6 years ago, 7 years ago. So I'm gonna throw this one out today. And I'm gonna keep the newer one. I actually have one that's still in its original packaging. So I'm gonna put it with the other Christmas decorations to give it a chance, give us a chance to set it up this year. Many, many, many months from now. And if it turns out we don't use it this year, then it'll be decluttered as well. But for now, we definitely don't need to, so I'm gonna toss the used one out. Some more stuff from the gift that keeps on giving, my desk. I did a proper, like, deep clean, organizing, dusting, the whole 9 this morning, and this is all of the, well, literal trash that I had in my desk. So hopefully this is the end of this obvious garbage for a bit, because like I said, I really got into every nook and cranny and pulled every wrapper, every, like, I don't even know how long I've had this ink cartridge on there. It's all going away now. So at least for the next week, I hope to not find any more trash on my desk. I'm not filthy or anything, guys. It's just my desk is my catch-all. So everything, all the junk mail, everything, it always ends up on my desk. And if I get distracted by a task, I'm not likely to remember to throw out the things that came along with that task. More stickers! I will never be done tossing stickers! On today's episode of Why Do We Still Have This? This was part of a memory game that my son loves, for what it's worth. And it's from Ni Hao Kai Lan, which if I had to describe it in the simplest terms, it would be, this is like the Chinese version of Dora the Explorer, because it's a cute little cartoon girl that goes on adventures with her animal friends, but instead of teaching you ways to say things in Spanish, she teaches you ways to say things in Chinese. My son is obsessed. The show hasn't been on the air for like a decade, but we still watch Kai Lan literally every single day in our house. And the problem is that this is a memory card game, right? So you flip them over and then, haha, where's the matching one? We don't know. The answer is we don't know, because this is the only 4 cards that are left of the set. It's impossible to replace this because, like I said, Kai Lan's been off the air for years, so they're not making toys that are themed with Kai Lan anymore. But unfortunately, these 4 cards, useless. So I'm tossing them. So guess what, guys? I ran into my son's Easter basket earlier today. Yeah, the one I gave him for Easter last year. And there's still stuff in here that he didn't get around to doing, except of course for the puzzle, which is, you guessed it, missing pieces. So I'm gonna throw all this stuff out. He actually ended up hating these squishy Easter eggs, so womp womp. I do, however, still have a box, like a full box, of all of these things that I bought in bulk last year and I didn't get around to using, and I feel kind of weird just like using them again this year for my nephews, because like what, I'm gonna give them the exact same Easter basket as I did last year. So I'm gonna give the whole box to my son's therapy center so that maybe they can hand them out to kiddos, use them as incentives. I don't know, that's up to them what they do with them. But for today though, this stuff is definitely going. I strike again. I have a problem for sure. Like Hi, I'm Desiree, and I hoard boxes. I am sure that I will find a way to use them. I am sure that I will regret getting rid of them. A good box is so versatile, right? So I hold on to boxes for way longer than I need to, and they're just all over the place. Explain to me why I need to keep a shoebox and the box it came in. For 2 weeks it's been in my house. I'm no closer to figuring out what to do with it. It's trash. It's literal trash. If I need a box for anything, boxes are not hard to come by. I can just get another box. So I'm throwing this out. I'm gonna force myself to part with it. For today's decluttering, it pains me to say it because I've had this plan for like 2 years, but I think it's safe to say, it's done ski. It's actually been unearthed. This green here kind of makes me feel like it could be salvaged, but I'd have to get rid of all of this dead stuff and probably repot it to a smaller pot. So I guess I'll do that. I'll get rid of all this leafery and put this in a smaller pot at some point in the weekend. What else? What else can I do here? Well, the good news is that this big old pot, I can put my avocado plant in here, which is very close to outgrowing its original home. So that'll be nice. But yeah, all this is gone for today. And well, I guess technically this as well. So sad. And you know what? While we're out here, we'll count this as Sunday's decluttering. I'm gonna throw out this onion plant that I had in here as well. It was something that I just decided to grow on a whim, and it did pretty well for a minute, but then suddenly it just died. So, oh well. Alright, that does it for this magazine. This is going to be my item of the day. I went through it, picked out the recipes I really liked, which ended up being only 3. So I'm going to put those 3 in my to-try binder, and the whole magazine now can go in the trash. It's a small thing, but one a day, this is going to add up. Alright pals, we're ending February with a bang. We're doing it up big. This entire bag is my thanks. You guys know for years, for over a decade, since my son was born, I've been using reusable cloth pads. And the last handful of years, I really got into thanks. I did a couple videos on them. I've reviewed them. I've shared codes with you guys. Recently it came out that thanks apparently has some sort of chemical in them that doesn't ever go away. Could cause cancer, could cause infertility. Which is ironic considering I was using these so that I wouldn't have to use traditional pads and tampons, which are known to contain chemicals that can cause cancer and cause infertility. So that's 18, 19. My battery died, but I'm back. Here's 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25 pairs of thanks. Shorts, thongs, bikinis, what have you, every kind you can think of. I used them for years, like I said. 25 gone. I'm only going to count it as one item, even though I could count it as 25. Each of these things cost like 30, 40, 50 bucks, which is the sad part. Well, on top of the whole potentially causing infertility and cancer part. But yeah, this is 25 things that are leaving my home today. Not using these anymore. And definitely not suggesting that you use them, all things considered. Alright guys, there you have it. That's what I've decluttered in this last month. Was there anything you saw that was a little bit surprising maybe? Can you relate to having all these random things just thrown about your house that maybe you don't need? And are you maybe on a decluttering mission of your own this year? Tell me about it in the comments, and I'd love for you to join the hashtag 400 by 2024 because I'd love to see what random things people are finding around their houses and giving the old heave-ho. Before you go, make sure to check out Melissa's channel in the description box and also that playlist so you can see what all my friends decluttered this month as well. And as always, I want to thank you all so much for being here and watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, I hope that you'll please give it a big thumbs up. I'd also love it if you'd subscribe and click that notification bell because I post at least 3 times a week and I wouldn't want you to miss a minute. Thanks so much again for watching. Bye!